Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online on the legendary server. We are back in Bree because today's a special episode. Today is episode 50 on the legendary server, which means, as is tradition with this series, or at least with the main series, we will then now go through this area, first area being Bree, and do all of the deeds in it. Now, the first time I did this was actually episode 200 of the main series, was the Bree one. And yeah, it was my first sort of big episode thing, because before then I'd just kind of done everything. And it also, I think, was the 4-year anniversary of me playing the game. Like, I got my 4-year thing around that time from the anniversary event. I think I'm nearly 7 years now at the time of recording, so it's been a while. That series has been running for far too long. So we're in Bree. Last version of this was 3 hours, just about. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit quicker than that, and my reason for that is quite simple. There's a chance it might be really, really quick compared, but there's also a chance it might take a bit longer. The reason it'll be quicker is because I think in that episode I also did the Shire, which takes quite a long time. I'm pretty sure I did the Shire in that, which, as we know, Shire has a lot of deeds in it. And also, you know, I'm going to hopefully know the way around a little bit better. Like, I'll kind of understand it a little bit better, and sort of, we're a champion now, so we can do a lot of AoE stuff in comparison. The reason it might take a little bit longer is I looked back at the video, and I'm going to put back on our UI and our names. We were level 50 when we first did that. We're not level 50, we're level 38, so, you know, we've kind of lost that advantage. But again, it shouldn't take that long, and we can do, hopefully, a lot more damage over a lot of enemies. So, I've got a Hobbit gift of the day and of the week, so let's have a quick look at that. It's taken me far too long to get even just to this point, so combat run speed boost could be quite useful for us, since we are going to be doing a lot of running around, and a small pile of gold scraps. Okay. Good, we can sell that off. Now, first thing I need to do, you'll see I have all my quests up and ready. That's all fine. I do want to go into the deed log. I want to go to Eriador, and I want to go quickly check a few of these things. So, Deeds of the Lowlands. We've done the quests already. Perfect, that's just going to speed everything up. That was my biggest thing, was, oh, we have a lot of quests to do. That's going to take a while. So we don't have that to worry about now. We just got Explorer, so let's find the Explorer. Oh, we've never fully explored an area yet. So we're going to do the Explorer deeds first, and then we will get onto the Slayer deeds. Now, something I've got this episode that I have never done before, and this is my run-through test of it, is I have a plugin called More Map on, and instead, normally, I'd have on one of my other screens a map of all the deeding areas, but Bree is a bit of a pain because it's got 3 separate maps. It's got Bree, the Old Forest, because there's the horrible, in my opinion, to do Flowers of the Old Forest, which just takes forever for me because I get lost in there all the time, and the Barrow-downs ones as well have a few extra things and a separate map. With this, we should be able to go into Overlay, Berry's Deed Data, and we can have a look at these, which basically means I don't have to have my entire other screen filled up of different things. Now, we've got the Slayer things here, that's good. We've also got the exploration things here, which is useful, and this will also tell us the deeds. I'm a little upset that this is like pure white, it seems, but it'll work for our purposes, and then we can just drop that map whenever we feel like it. It's just down here, and it is separate from our own map, which is a nice little thing. So, yeah, we need to go do exploration. So 1, 2, 3. I think those are the only exploration deeds we have right now. Which one are we closest to finishing? Blackwald's Roost and Woodsedge Ruins. So let's have a quick look at our map. I know where the Blackwald Roost is. We're lucky enough to know Blackwald Roost is there. Now we're looking for the... we're going to do a lot of this. I'm kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm kind of, for some reason... Okay, they're literally very, very close to each other. Very, very close. Good. I don't know, it's just a bit... I'm having trouble sort of talking today, so I apologise in advance if anything like that happens. I also kind of got caught off guard because I thought I hadn't done all the quests. I probably should have looked beforehand. By doing all those quests, it's kind of maybe a bit flustered of like, I don't know where to go first, what to do, because it was going to be we'll do quests. Most of the time doing the quests, you get a majority of the exploration things done, because it kind of ties in very, very well, at least, especially in like Bree and stuff, where it's kind of like the main area. It's like the first area you go to, and the area that most people tend to, you know, just stay in because it's so easy to get to and has pretty much everything you need. Yeah, I expected to spend a lot of time on that, but this actually should be even quicker now because of those. The only thing we might have to do is, normally I have some slated accelerators. Normally the best way of doing that is to level up a character to level 10 and then just quickly, you know, use the little box that you get and get some slated accelerators from that. Unfortunately, because this is the legendary server, we have the cap, you know, the 60% experience compared to the full 100%. So we can do that still. It's just going to take a little longer. And VIP experience is never really useful in that regard because it gets used on your very first level of the game, which, you know, gets super quick anyway. So we kind of lose out a little bit there, but it's not a massive issue. Where is this Wood Sedge Ruin? I feel like... Do we even have... Yeah, it's going to be a little annoying because you've got to kind of like do this. I wish it could get integrated, or at least I don't know. I haven't done too many... oh, there we are. I can just do that, can't I? Oh, okay, so that's only... okay, bear in mind, this is the first time I've ever used this map. I just read online that you can use it, and it's quite good. Luckily, I know where the other place is, so it's not a huge issue. And we also have this, which is part of the history of the Dunedain. And also, we're not going to have anything attacking us, because we're not going to have... you know, we're over-leveled. Even though we're not as high a level as we were at level 50, we're still over-leveled compared to it. So... yeah, this should be slightly a good thing because, as I said, we started this on the main series at 200, which meant we had quite a lot of time to do it. We should be a bit closer, like we're not going super far back in comparison, hopefully now, because, I mean, we've only just done Angmar on episode 500 for the main series, so, you know, that's super far back compared to being at the, you know, basically just outside Mordor. So we're obviously backtracking a lot because we're technically 3 areas behind if we did it the same way we're doing it here. So we kind of lost a little bit there, like an advantage, if that makes sense, on the main series. But we should be closer to home nowadays, and we can sort of... obviously I have been trying to keep doing quests, and clearly I've done enough around here that, you know, we've you know, completed everything around here. The only one we have to worry about is the Shire is next time, that would mean, because the way it goes is Shire, well, this, you know, Bree-Land, Shire, Ered Luin, which I think we... okay, we haven't done anything in Ered Luin. Would make sense, I think. Yeah. I don't think we spent too much time around there, did we? So yeah, Blackwolf Roost, that's just this place. Apparently we have gone and seen it at some point. Oh, that would have been during... No, actually. I don't know. I've completely forgotten what race we are. What race are we? Biography. Is that really bad? That is probably really bad. Let's... Okay, yeah, we're just man, aren't we? Yeah, so that's why we would have been here. But I just had a I don't know what just happened. I completely forgot, because I mainly play elves. I guess that was my thing there. We've also got Ally of Men to the Bree, so we do need to get Reputation. It isn't technically part of the deeds in this area. As you can see, it's in Class, Race, and Epic. But it does count. You know, let's be honest, it does count. And now, luckily, we have the 6 exploration deeds, so that's good. But yeah, it does count. We are going to do it. Cardolin trinkets are an amazing thing and easy to get, so we can do that. Worst case scenario, buy them off the auction hall. Best case scenario, we just go farm them for ourselves, or we get that and get a decent jump up from this. If we jump quickly, Meta Bree, we've just turned friends, so we should be ally after that, and then kindred. So we've got a little while to go. So Barrow-downs and Old Forest, we got those. Law of the Cordolent Prince. Let's get that. Wherever you are. Law of the Cordolent Prince. Then we've got Flowers of the Old Forest, and then we should have History of the Dunedain. Okay, so yeah, we have got all of the things. It's just that they were slightly History of the Dunedain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 6 remaining. That's fine. So all of them are up here. So Old Flowers, we can do that one a little bit later. I'm not a huge fan of that. We can do that probably. Should we do it first or should we do it last? Because if I do it now, it's over and done with. But I've got to go to the Old Forest anyway later, because we've got to do all these Slayer deeds, and you know I've got to take a quick break in between, get all the exploration, all the Slayer deed accelerators in, and all that. Unless I have some in my inventory spare, which I don't think I do. Please don't give me lag on a day like this. It always happens. Happened in 500, happened in this. Right, while it's lagging, let's put auto run on so we know what's happening and find out where we're going to do this. So Barrow-downs, Old Forest, they're super close. This one, we collect those from just generally enemies. So honestly, you could probably go Blackwall's Roost for that. Oh, the Barrow-downs. No, that is, you do have to go Barrow-downs for that. Ancient Cairn and Ancient Crest. So 3 and 4 of History of the Dunedain. So it's a little annoying. So 13, 14. So 14 is in Bree, which is fine, and 13, annoyingly, is where we just were. So really, we should probably go back there. Really, I probably need to log out, because this. Okay, that took so long that it's actually now night. For some reason, it just booted me off completely. But we still have to go back this way, because I think this is the only thing we need to do back in Bree now. I completely forgot, because I can't remember exactly what I was talking about, because that's how long it took me to get back in the game. But I was chatting about something, it completely distracted me. I should have just, when I was at Blackwall's Roost, gone in there. I think I'd even mentioned it, that there was one of the History of the Dunedain items in there. Because the History of the Dunedain, I think it's the Ancient Cairn. That one is over in Blackwall's Roost, and the other one is about here in Bree. So I think over here, roughly, if you can see the mouse. So we got to go back that way anyway. We might as well do this one now, and that should be the last one we need. The other one was the 2 ruins that are over here. Again, we don't need that. The closest we'll have to do is go back to Chetwood, because, well, if you didn't know, Chetwood is an amazing place for Brians. Who'd have thought? So we might come back here if we have to do any spider slaying. I don't know what we're at on that. 60 out of 8, 40 out of 60. That's almost worth doing now. Maybe. It's really weird, having done recently Angmar, and obviously been in a lot larger areas more recently, having a 30-60 deed slayer thing is quite refreshing. A lot of them are like 60 120s or 122 40s or something like that. I think there's a few of those. I might be lying. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, there's a lot of big ones, and it's kind of nice to not have that. How are we on Blackwall's? Should we check? Have we done any Slayer ones? Maybe we've done some Slayer. Oh, we've already done Brigand, so we don't even have to go Chetwood either. So that's nice. That's actually pretty good. So we can get rid of these as well. I probably should track how many LOTRO points I'm doing, but honestly, I have more than I probably will ever use. Maybe I should do something stupid and spend them on some ridiculous thing, but before now I was just spending them on the expansions. Already got all the expansions so far, unless they end up releasing something else. Yeah, I've got a lot. I don't really know what to do with them all. Probably just going to be like Slayer accelerators at some point. I'm thinking, yeah, if I can basically one-shot these guys, I might as well come through just in the top layer and kill these guys. If I only need to do 20 more, I'm not going to be too worried about any sort of time loss. I think it's better to just get it over and done with and just, you know, I said, get it over and done with. Other than that, I think the next best place is the Old Forest and the Midgewater Marshes. Those are going to be higher levels, and they're still not going to attack us, but they're going to be higher levels, and we're coming through here anyway. So if we spend a little bit more time here and have one less stop somewhere else, then I'm not entirely too fussed about it. Right. So we got 10 here. We can go in the thing quickly and kill another 10 pretty easily, and then that'll be us done and over with for that. And while that's happening, we can work out after the next ruin, we can work out what we're going to do. Obviously that one's in Bree. We can probably... This is the thing. If we go to the Barrow-downs, there's a thing in the Barrow-downs. There's quite a lot of deeds that... Specifically related to the Barrow-downs, I'm not even sure if they're actually under Bree, that are to kill a certain amount of enemies and certain enemies and stuff. Obviously we're focusing on exploration for now. Technically, even though Laura the Cardolian Prince is exploration, but it's kind of killing instead. We're going to do those quickly, get that one done. And is this the way out? I don't think this is the way out. It's not. Hey, it's someone else that isn't probably doing what I'm doing. They're probably doing quests. Is this the way out? This looks like it. Yeah, so we can do the Barrow-downs, just get those two in that, and then go to the Old Forest, then go back, I think. Because we have 2 in the Barrow-downs, 2 in the Old Forest, and Barrow-downs is closer, so probably best to go there first. And we can go straight from the Barrow-downs south, straight into the Old Forest over this way as well. So it's just one clean sweep through, rather than sort of getting a bit iffy about it. And also, while I'm going to probably not use this massively much, because for the most part I know where the exploration stuff is. We might do it for Slayer. I'm going to go down into the Old Forest and add it on, because if I can add that on for the Old Forest, it's going to make my life a whole lot easier when I'm doing all these flowers and such. And same probably for the Barrow-downs. We can also just have a little bit of a pre-look at what's in the Barrow-downs. So there's the Great Barrow. You've got a few Execution of the Wicked, Gravedigger and stuff like that. And up here as well. Overlay that one. There we are. So yeah, you got Northern Barrows, and you got like a few Execution of the Wicked. Like, we're going to focus on the exploration for now, obviously, and then afterwards we have most of these are the same, just Execution of the Wicked. It's just like kill undead basically. And it's also good because we can get Cardolian trinkets while we're there, and that obviously helps us with our reputation, so that'll be good. Now I've got to make my way through here. I think this is probably our most direct way through. I always get a little lost, like going down the wrong way, for example. I meant to go down this way. Yeah, it always makes me a little lost when going down here. So, should just be here. It's a little bit on the outskirts. Like, I know exactly where on the map it is. It's just when you get to these places where I don't really tend to go to, that's when you get a little bit. I don't think I've ever been in that shop, except for I think there's a quest in there relating to it. And that's probably the only time ever. So it should just be up on this little bit. Because I think I used to jump out that hole there. Oh, it's literally right there. Perfect. And it chucked me off my horse. Right, there we are. Oh, apparently you can't do that. I thought I had previously done. So yeah, Barrow-downs, here we come. And then we'll have to start thinking about what order we're going to do all this Slayer deeds in. In fact, let's have a quick look at where we're at with that. So we've got 2 done, Spiders and Brigands, which is fine. Barkests, we're going to have a few in the Barrow-downs, that's fine. That's going to be in the Old Forest. They're going to be in the Midgewater Marshes. Orcs. I don't actually know where the orcs are. Let's have a quick little look. Oh, I know where they are. They're at the near the North Downs sort of bit here. Yeah, that'll be fine. There's a cave full of them, I think, in that area. And then we'll have sickle flies. That will also be midwater marshes. And then whites will be in here as well. I don't know what level the one's in. I can't remember exactly what the name is of the burrow. I think it's this one. Apparently I've never discovered it. At least on this character. But I don't know what level they are. But that is probably our best chance for getting the... Have I never done you as a slayer? Never done Bargo Slayer. Luckily it's a 30-60. Or technically, it's actually a 15-30 when we get our Slayer deed accelerators, which means I should probably not be doing this now. We should just be focusing purely on this exploration deed, which means we'll be bringing this up. So the northern barrows is up here, so we need to go to there anyway. And then Dead Man's Perch is this one here. And then that is in the southern Barrow-downs, is this place here. Yeah, okay. So if we... There we are. Luckily don't have to go too close. Also luckily have no enemies, I think, in this area that can actually attack us. So we are pretty safe from everything. So yeah, this episode... It's going to feel weird, because this is probably going to be, hopefully, in some regards, the shortest deeding episode. Because, obviously, on the very first time I did it, it was this new thing, and I wanted to get a lot done just in case I never did it again. It was episode 200, obviously. And I just wanted to do both the Shire and Bree, but I'm just going to do Bree this time, because I'm a little... worried about being, well, not necessarily being underleveled, but the comparison between the two is the levels. It's 12 levels in between that, and we also had an extra 150 episodes on it. So if we skip too fast, like with, I need to go Dead Man's Perch, don't I? If we skip ahead too quickly by doing like, you know, doing like Eredluin and Shire and Bree in like one episode, we're gonna sort of be faced with, you know, what is the next one actually? The Lone Lands, and then we're not going to be that high level in comparison to what we did previously. We might struggle a little bit more, and yeah, I just think it's safer to do it this way. And it still allows us enough time to be getting a decent amount done, and because it's the legendary server, we're not going to be like stomping everything, because we're not going to be, you know, level 100 by the time we're doing the Shire, because obviously there's both the level cap in place and also the reduced experience gain, which stops us sort of over leveling it too much and sort of ruining the whole thing. And if it's too easy for you, if I'm just running around and, you know, one-shotting every enemy that I even, you know, brush past, it almost becomes not worth it and not really fun. So we obviously don't want to ruin the experience or anything. So one more of these, then we're going to do, I think these guys drop them. Yeah, we'll do... what I can actually do is I'll go to this one here, then we'll go into here, check up on the levels of everything, grab whatever until we have all the lore pieces done, and then we'll go to the Old Forest, which is only a little far away. Yeah, a little bit further this way. That'll go by Tom Bombadil's place, should do. Or it might be this one up here. Oh no, it's up here. So we'll have to make our way a little bit further up, but yeah, we'll go to Tom Bombadil's, get the flowers done, find the Bald Hill, the Weaver's Den, and the Bonfire Glade, and then get ourselves done. And we've got the flowers to do, which we will, as I said, leave till last. Turns out that is actually how I'm going to leave it, and then we will be done. So this place is here. There it is. I spent far too much time in this place. Now that I've actually got an AoE character, it might be more interesting to see how we get done with it. So we got Gravedigger. These are actually relatively easy ones to get when we're actually in this area, but... And if we ever want to, we can just get rid of these, like, run past them, like, not aggro them and stuff. Surprisingly, not many people here. And we've already got one piece, so we just need the other piece, and then we will be fine. Hopefully it won't take too long. Only annoying thing compared to doing it with the hunter is obviously the lack of a ranged option. We do have ranged, but I can guarantee we're going to miss if I fire this arrow. Oh my god, I actually hit something. I hit something twice in a row. Oh my god, it's actually a miracle. Genuinely, the amount of times I've just missed and missed and missed is quite upsetting. Apparently you won't drop these. Is it just only the regular whites that drop them? Seems to be. And we also got Enmity of the Dead, which will also get completed, which I think is just a racial deed. I'm pretty sure. Race and Social. Then we've got Enmity of the Dead 2 and Enmity of the Wargs, which we can't really do. The Shire will get you a lot of that. Because there is this one area with just a roaming warg that you can do in the wolf area, so you can just wait there and wait for him to respawn. That's a very easy kill. Right, so we do have that. I kind of want to just do a run through, but I will not. I will wait till later. But that should have gotten us, yeah, some Barrow treasures, and we got any Cardolan trinkets at all. Doesn't seem to be, but we can use all those for the moment for 390 reputation. Should be 30 rep each. Yep, there we are. So yeah, it's basically a big old loop that you can go through. Get quite a lot of kills. There's a main sort of area. Well, there's those guys which we missed, but there's also a main area, quite a large area with a raised platform with quite a few enemies to kill. I'm somewhat surprised that nobody else was there. It is a very popular spot for people to go to. It used to be a lot more popular because a long time ago there wasn't a minimum level for reputation items. So right now I think the minimum item level for Cardolan trinkets is level 20. There used to be no limit whatsoever, so you could gain, I think it's 152 to go from nothing to kindred. People would just collect that, make a new account or make a new character, send them over, and that's, 50 LOTRO points for you for free. So for very little effort. So then they increased it to 20. I'm not sure if that was the main reason behind it, but it was definitely part of it, I'm pretty sure, because people were gaining mass amounts of LOTRO points for not a lot of, real effort. At least it does take a relatively decent amount of time to get a character to level 20, more so even on this server, so probably why less people are really worried about doing it. And since LOTRO points do transfer over, if you're going to do it, you're better off doing it most likely on the main servers, even if you might have a bit more competition. Okay, I just realized what I did, and then worked out I shouldn't have done it. I'm so used to, normally what I do is if I ever did that, I would go and get the Cardolan trinkets, and then I'd just jump off that edge and go straight to Bree, and then you're done. Not what I needed to do there, because I don't need to go to Bree, I need to go to the Old Forest. I'm not very good at this whole thing, am I? I probably should have, tested this out. But the problem on the Legendary server is this is my highest level character. So I can't really try it out with anybody super high level because this is my super high level character. So obviously I can't test it on this character without doing it. So this is sort of my test and my actual run through, which I guess is great. I guess at the very least it allows us to go from the very top of the Old Forest. We do go into the Old Forest here. You should be able to see we can go straight into the flowers this way and this way. I'm not sure which one we've obtained already. Braylegs, which is this one. So I wish we could mark it off, but it would make sense because that is the only one we've actually ticked off. So let's bring that back up. We're gonna have to do a little bit of, well, if I messed myself up, sort of, it still works. And enemy wise we should be pretty safe. We just need to make sure we keep the map up. It's going to be a bit of obscuring. I made sure in the settings when I set this up it's set to the same size as this map for two reasons. One, as you can see, what I'm doing is overlaying it and tracking where I am and everything, but also at the same time it's by default your main or your max monitor size. So mine was 2560 by 1440, which meant it was super stretched out, super not good looking, not something I was really too happy with. So, and also I just like it being like this because otherwise I couldn't do what I'm doing right now, which is, you know, looking at the map and also traversing the area. It's a lot more difficult to do that when you literally can't see anything. So this flower should be here. Make sure we pick up the flower and not attack an enemy. That's a very big point. Right, there we are. Then we found that, yeah. Yeah, we must have for that quest that we did. So we need to go... I don't know. Also, apparently I haven't tracked that where that is, that flower. Or is that just not work? That's not how that works. Okay, someone's just made that tracker go there. So we go around, we can go to Tom Bombadil's house, but we need to just route around this way. Bonfire Glade, the Weaver's Den, and then the Bold Hill is right there. Yeah, so we'll go around that way, get those three, and then we'll have to jump down here, just grab these three here, and also go down to the Weaver's Den. And then we can probably return to home from there to, well, that'll take us to Archet, but we can get a horse back to Combe and then go from there. I really don't like the Old Forest, I'll be honest. I think I said this. I don't like the Old Forest. I don't like mazy type areas because I have a very bad sense of direction. Right, so that flower's already done. Yeah, we can see that from the fact it's not glowing. This is the bit that's going to take the longest. This whole area, like, if you're to like break it up and look at it, it's probably just going to be the Old Forest as the biggest section. Maybe even longer than like the Slayer Deeds. It's definitely the longest exploration. For two reasons. One, because I'm going to get lost, and two, because I've done the least of it, because I knew I was going to get lost. And I'd rather do it with just a map. Does feel a little cheaty just having this map up constantly, but any other place I probably wouldn't. This place, I'm gonna have it. Because otherwise it's not gonna happen, and you guys probably don't want to sit through me just walking through a forest for 2 hours. So at least we can save ourselves some sanity by the end of this all. Am I just running back down this empty? Yes, I am. The map does pretty well at matching up, but sometimes it's just a little off. Right, where am I going now? So I've got that one. Did I get that one? Yeah, I picked up that one, didn't I? So I need to mark them off. I've done that one, that one, that one. So now we need to go down here. We'll probably go there, back, up, up. Or we'll go up, up there, down here, then that one. And then hopefully I think that's a way I can get through, and I can go through there, and then go up through there to 11, go up to 10 and get done. And then at least I'm not super far away from where I need to be. What on earth is this? Oh, it's a person. This is what I mean by they don't match up very well. Because according to that, there's no tree there. And we're going to get dismounted. Yes. Okay. Just going to move that. It's getting a little on my nerves. And I sort of know where I'm going. Hopefully. I think having the entire episode with just this map full on the screen is probably not the best. Right, so there should be a flower somewhere nearby. Actually, no, that's down there, isn't it? Don't do this to me. No, okay. That's fine. So it's actually up here. There's a corpse. That's a good sign. Very, very good sign of things to come. Definitely not going to die, because nothing's going to attack us. Actually, that's true. Nothing will attack us, so we're good. I also didn't go to the Bald Hill. I think I can go up from here, though, can't I? Yeah, up here. We can actually get out from here as well. So if we really wanted to, this could be where we left off. Bonfire Glade, found that place, then... Wait, what? I swear that wasn't where Bonfire Glade was. Oh no, it was. I thought it was like further down here somehow. So, we'll go up to the flower, then we'll go up to Bald Hill, then down to that one, through here, Weaver's Den, and then just finish off the flowers. If I can find out where on earth this flower is, should be up around this way. Hopefully. The Dire Glade. Press delete forever, just in case. Oh, it's bad enough that it thinks we're outside now. Right. Forest. Right. There it is. Found it. Didn't need the map. Totally didn't need the map. Don't know what you're on about. You guys, these guys just all follow me? No, okay. I thought they were like the, in that ruin that we were in, where we were getting the Barrow treasures and stuff, there's an area in there, or not an area, but there's an enemy in there that is like just this ball of light. And even if you over level them, even if I went in as a max level character, and it was level 20, it still notices you, still follows you, and it actually lowers your accuracy, if I remember correctly. So I assume they might have been doing that, but that is actually one of the more annoying enemies to me. Because I think it's percentage based, so even if your accuracy was like, had a total number of like a very high number, if it was done by that, it's a percentage, so it doesn't matter how high it is, it's always a percentage off, not a value off, if that makes sense. Okay, probably not, because I am probably rambling now. It's known to happen on these sort of episodes, just because I'm not doing any quests, which means I just kind of don't have like too much of an objective to chat about. Like, oh, we're going over to this place. This person's chatting about so-and-so. It's just, we're after some flowers. You know, just some pretty old flowers. You know, that's how it is. What is it? Old tales tell of eight Entwites who passed through from the south onto the old forest, never to be seen again. Could they be true? Curse of spiders. I agree. Spiders are a bit of a pain. Like, I don't mind spiders in real life. Spiders are generally alright. Like, mostly minding their business. Not too fast. But yeah, no, spiders just going out and attacking you. No thanks. Not my cup of tea. Alright, it should be in the middle here. We don't have to kill bears for this at all, I don't think. There it is. It's not in the middle, but close enough, I guess. And then the remaining three should be like this one, this one, this one, something along those lines. Let's check. This one, this one, this one. So it's like a weird triangle now. So now, what we need to test, I'm not really going to bother to get on my horse because I'm going to get dismounted straight away. I'm going to go down this way. Hope that's an opening. If it's not, I'm just going to have to go, I think, up this way. That might be an opening. I'm not entirely sure. I can't see. If not that, I'm just going to... Oh, the river should go through anyway, so I should be able to go through the river opening. If not, because I don't think they're going to block off the river. I should be able to go up there and around, get that one, then that one, up through there, get that one, and then go to the Weaver's Den. And then, I don't know, if we really wanted to, we could go through the Brandywine River up to Buckland and go up to, you know, wherever, but that's our choice. I can get on my horse now. It's good. Did we have any horse thingies? Yeah, mount speeds for 90 minutes. Do I want to put them on? I think we'll be alright. Right, so we're down here. Hopefully the opening is here because it's just going to make things a little bit easier. Because we'll end up at the top here and then can go straight to Tom Bombadil's. It looks like it is cool. That's awesome. Because yeah, now we can go... Why are these red? We'll go, yeah, get this one, up through there, up to that one. Go outside Tom Bombadil's, go through the Barrow-downs, go through Old Man's Perch, and then down to Bree. Or we can go straight into Barrow-downs and just do some deed stuff. I'm going to have to get those deed items though, aren't I? So I'm going to be a little lost there. Right, where was that? I've got a very bad memory. So that's actually probably going to be the biggest thing. It's either that or do I just buy them? I could just buy them. I'll have to look. I don't know if there's a deal on or anything right now. I haven't really been looking. I don't tend to look at the store or anything. I just see what it says at the launcher. Even that I didn't particularly read today. I just kind of wanted to get in and record this and carry on with the next episodes as they come. I do have to make my way back to Rivendell though, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain, but not too big a problem. It's just going to be, you know, I think we're actually at a level where we can just go straight there now. I just think we can't make our way back, because I think you have to go to Lone Lands and then go to Bree, but I think I can go straight to go straight to Rivendell from Bree. I think that's how it works. It's a little bit awkward. So that's that done. We'll go through this one because I'm pretty sure that's an opening as well. If not, we've just got a little bit of a longer trip. And then, yeah, then Slayer Deeds. Fun old Slayer Deeds, our favourite thing in the world. We actually haven't looked at how we're going to do this. Because I also got, yeah, Gravedigger and stuff. I might have to go quickly look at all the deeds on the wiki in between. I'll have a little bit of a break, grab a drink, and yeah, then I'll just read the wiki for a moment and just familiarize myself with the deeds for the Barrow-downs. I think are the only ones that have extra. I think otherwise it's just Slayer Deeds in here where we've got to kill the trees and the spiders as well. But we've done spiders, so that's not something we have to worry about, obviously. So it should just be a dash now, straight for that. We'll go quickly back to Bree, sell off our stuff. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to mention as well. I finally put a bunch of stuff in my vault. So I think all my Madam Hunter's armors, my boxes, my the armor pieces that like are in boxes that we honestly need to just go through and chuck away most likely. They've all just been chucked in there because, you know, that's just how it's going to be. Okay, so yeah, Explorer of Bree-Land is completed. There we are. So that just leaves us with Slayer of Bree-Land to go. I didn't actually realize we'd done Nika Brika's already half. So if we put that one up, and we've also going to have, because we'll have, where is it? So we'll have Slay Many Wights. That's going to be this one, I think. It's one of the two. Though they should mainly match up. We'll have to work out which one that is. There are a few extra, obviously. That really annoys me, the fact that those three are capitalized and those three aren't. That's going to really pester me for a little bit. But what we'll do quickly is Tom Bombadil's place is just over here. So we'll just take a moment to go in there, make our way back to Bree, possibly. In fact, what I might do is go through everything, get those accelerators. I can mail them to myself. If I mail them to myself, I can just go straight to, you know, go straight into my mailbox from there, and then do whatever I need to do. So I'm gonna just take a moment. I'm gonna look for everything and work out my plan of attack. We've only got the 6 to do, and I just need to look at what we've got, you know, closest. Like Nika Brika is going to be the closest, and they've got, you know, a decent amount done. So I can sort of do that and Sicklefly together, obviously, White Slayer and Gravedigger. White Slayer, yeah, that's literally the one we're after. These three we can do together, obviously. Barghest Slayer we can do. This one, the trees, haven't done yet at all, so I'm going to have to focus on them. But we've already done Spider, so we might do that one last, since it's the biggest focus. We might start with it now, finish it later, sort of thing. Yeah, there's a lot to think about for the moment, so I'm going to take a little relaxing break in Tom Bombadil's house and just wrap my head around it a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. What I did decide to do is, instead of farming those out, I just thought, let's buy them off the store. I bought 5 of the 60-minute ones because although I'm spending LOTRO points on it, I'm not necessarily doing this run for LOTRO points. I have tons of LOTRO points. I have now just found out I have over 10,000, or maybe a little bit under now. But I'm not doing this for LOTRO points. I'm doing it for the completion aspect and also for the virtues and slightly the LOTRO points. We should hopefully make a decent amount of that back, so we're not completely losing 450. These can also be used for later ones since they are an hour each. And if I really need LOTRO points, I can go farm them on Arkenstone or whatever and just obtain those back. So, you know, I'm not really too worried about having lost anything by doing that, and I've gained my time, though if I farm LOTRO points I'm going to lose my time. Whatever. The plan is, for the moment, I have split it down into 4 areas for these 6 things we need. So the Barrow-downs have the whites and the Barghests in it, as well as just completing the other deeds there. The Old Forest has the trees and the spiders, but we don't have the spiders anymore, so just the trees. The Motormortar Washes have Nanika Breakers and Sickleflies in it, and the what I'm calling as the North Down Divide, basically the area just before the North Downs, this area has orcs in this area. So that's probably our last place we're going to go is the orcs. What I think I'm going to do though is it's the top area here mainly. I'm going to go through quickly, run and get a few kills of some trees and stuff. These guys come back later afterwards. So I'm going to go do the trees first, then the Barrow-downs, then the Midwaters, then the orcs, and then finish off with the horns or whatever. So let's pop one of those on there. Gonna just quickly, have to dismount, put one of those on, and then we're just gonna have to do this. You know, just normal style, normal way we do things, just this way. And yeah, shouldn't be huge. Yeah, the Bree-Town Woodsman, that's the name of the deed. Gets a little confusing. Luckily, this is a very, very quick one. Awaken trees from the Old Forest 2. It's a 20-40, which for us then means a 10-20. So we only actually have to kill 30 total of these guys in order to obtain what we need. Now, what I'm also going to do is, since we obtained it earlier in our Hobbit gift, I want to kind of put one of these combat run speed boosts in, just to speed ourselves up a little bit. You know, I'm not too worried about having that for... Oh, that's literally a 10-second thing. Okay, I've just wasted that. I actually didn't realize. I thought I was looking at... I know I've got one of these. This one, that's it. The run speed boost for a 90-minute period of time. And, you know, it's a little bit longer than I probably would have cared for. You know, I'd rather have, you know, a couple of those just be... Oh, there is someone in the area. How nice. I think there's a few of these guys down here. Or is it... I think when we go further into the actual place. I could be very, very wrong about this. What I should probably do is, instead of just wasting our time on stuff, we should probably bring up this map. And then have Slayer deeds, trees. Does it not show? Does it not show? That's actually really upsetting. I think we're just going to have to do a run through. I'm just going to have to go on this and maybe have a look at the map I've got up on the screen. Yeah, it says mainly on the top sort of half of the area. You get a lot of the creeping oak woods. And then a few of these in here. Luckily, as I said, it's only got to kill like 30 of these in total. So definitely not going to be huge issue if we waste a little bit of time or can't find too many. And also I fully expected going into this not having the right amount and just having to come back later. And honestly, even if we have to come back later and, you know, just actually give me a second. I've just thought of the idea. Okay, we're going to ignore this. Okay, I'm wasting a little bit of time considering the whole Slayer accelerator, but I completely blanked my mind. If I find any more on the way out, I'll kill them. But there's actually an area for these guys in the Barrow-downs. It's in the southern Barrow-downs, so we're going to have to go a little bit further for it. But I think it's a better place because we're not going to get as lost and have to worry about, you know, trying to find the correct passageway to go through to get to the right place and kill the right amount of trees. And also, I think there's more in the general area, so we should be good. That also leads us very nicely on to the Wights and the Barghests. Again, what we're going to do for that is just go to the same place that we did for the last one. So that was that. I can't remember how to say it, but the place I said for the Cardolin trinkets and such. And then just the general around the area sort of things that we're going to have with that as well. So we should be coming out here. What it is down here. It's actually this area right here where there's a bunch of trees. So if we can make our way quickly there, that'll be fine. And what we'll do as well is kill any Barghests we see on the way. What we'll do actually quickly is jump in here, chuck that on, and we'll chuck on White Slayer for the moment. I know we obviously have two more that are related to that, but we're not going to worry about them too much. Actually, I'll leave the Barghests for a moment because we should get a lot of them when we're in that area as well. So we'll focus on trees for the moment, then jump up to the Wights and Barghests, and then we will, I guess there'll be Midgewater Marshes next. So we can hopefully jump off Dead Man's Perch or Old Man's Perch or whatever it's called, Dead Man's Perch, jump down here, go straight to the Midgewater Marshes, do what we need to do there, and then we'll probably end up using our accelerator by then, and then we might even just have to do it manually up here, or I might go and see if I can get myself a 30-minute one, because I don't really want to use a 60-minute one for such a small thing. So we'll have to see how it goes. Didn't mean to do that, did I? So direct dash forward, and then we're good. I kind of wish I tried not looking too much at like the map. You know, for like the things, I was just trying to think more off the top of my head. Like I know Wights and Barghests are in here, I know where the Orcs are, and I know where the Midgewater Marshes stuff is. And I just thought to myself, the main place for those is the Old Forest. Even though this is where I think I did it last time as well. So, you know, it's whatever. As long as it gets done, I guess it doesn't matter the way it gets done. Oh, we picked up an item. That's not terrible. So going down here should be a bunch of these guys. I think they're going to be a little bit more strong. You know, a little bit stronger than the other guys. But as I said, there's more of them. We don't have to travel as far. Overall, it's just a better experience for us. I think the bears take the same spawn spots as well, possibly. So I'm going to just have to kill these guys as well. Just because otherwise we're going to end up with just bears forever, as far as the eye can see. See, we've already found more than we did in the Old Forest. And pretty much halfway there already. Alright, there we are. I think there's a lower area, like... I think, yeah, there's one down there. I think this all includes stuff as well. I can definitely see one there. Pressing all the wrong buttons. I think my hand was one key over. So, I was trying to press 1, press 2, press 4, press 5, etc, etc. I want to kill you. Come on. When I do stuff like this, I kind of just assume everything is a potential spawn. So I don't really like to leave specific enemies just like, oh, I'm going to leave all the bears alone. Because you just slowly see less and less of what you're actually looking for. You had to spawn out the thing, didn't you? Right. Any more? I think that's another one. You can mainly tell from the design of it, as well as the floating name above it and the fact that it glows whenever you put your mouse over it, but that's besides the point. You know? Yeah, see? 500 rep. Now we just got to kill 20 more of these. So we might be here a little while. What we might do is, because we're very, very close to the area we're planning on doing the whites, we might just do this run through. I think that's one there. Yeah, it is. So kill that one, and then we'll probably just jump up to the barrow that we're going to go in, and just, you know, work from there, and then come back here before we head back up to Desmond's Perch, and, you know, leave that point. So we'll just kill what we have for now. I don't think we'll be slow enough that they should respawn. I'm hoping we're slow enough in the barrow that it will do that, because there's quite a lot of enemies there. If we're basically perfect timing, or even not perfect timing, to just go through and as soon as we're back, enemies respawn. Then we're good. As long as we're not faster than them respawning, because otherwise we've got a lot of dead waiting around time, which isn't very good. If it does end up somehow being that, which I find very unlikely considering our level, then we might jump out of the barrow. Barrow. I keep saying the wrong words. And then just like jump down here for like a minute, do a run here, go back up. Because as I said, it's not a very far distance between the two. So I think we're pretty safe on the back and forth. Just need to make sure we're not wasting too much time of this on the loading screens, which could be potentially a problem. So yeah, or taking forever because we've dismounted and hurt ourselves, or anything like that, you know, just simple stuff. I won't worry too much if we'll most likely complete Enmity of the Dead 3. I'm not going to worry if we get like Enmity of the Dead 4 about, you know, focusing on that today. You know, that's just something that comes with time rather than focusing on it. Because these aren't the last of the, you know, undead sort of enemies that we're going to ever come across. Or the dead, I guess it's technically called. And we did actually pick up a few Cardolan trinkets, so there's a 700 rep compared to the 30 rep of the Barrow treasures, though obviously you get a lot more Barrow treasures just generally. We can trade them in, I think, for a quest, but I don't think it gives us much. You can also trade them, I think. Yeah, there's a quest which is like, obtain 20 of these, and I'm like, okay. But I also think, yeah, that guy as well allows you to vendor them out for items or something. Obviously, not really worth our time considering, you know, not going to be our level. You never know though, we're going to get some Mathens out of this as well, maybe some well-kept Mathens, but I'm thinking we might actually get, oh, there we are. Might actually get some decent level items out of it as well. Or even if they're not massively beneficial for us, maybe for someone else on our character list. I'm going to lock all these in, just so I don't accidentally sell them or anything, or chuck them, or, you know, whatever I might accidentally do. You'll see though, it's very common to get the Barrow treasures, less likely for you to get the Cardolan trinkets. But obviously the ratio, like, of Barrow treasures to Cardolan trinkets isn't worth or relating to the reputation. Like, you need what, like 20 of those to get, no, not 20, is it? Yeah, 20 Cardolan trinkets to get pretty close to or 20 Barrow treasures to get close to a Cardolan trinket. Well, 23 I think it would be the closest. Yeah, so we got Enmity of the Dead 3. We're not going to worry about that. We'll do what we need to do here, but we're not going to like focus on it. But yeah, obviously you don't get like one Cardolan trinket every 23, so it still is better to focus on Cardolan trinkets. We could have probably left the lore of the Cardolan Prince till now, but it's fine. One thing here is going to be, it's going to be less health that we have to worry about. More, it's going to be the power. Power is a big one in this area because they have a lot of power draining sort of stuff. At least one of the enemies does. But now we're coming into this area. you'll see our power is getting very low, so we're just going to have to be a little bit careful. You have all this sort of stuff as well, the vitality and, you know, there's a lot of debuffs that you get with it. You'll see this massive area full of enemies. I'm going to go up here first, then we'll run around. But up here as well is a, well, assuming nobody's been here in a while, yep, the boss type enemy of this area, rare signature. I realize I'm not using that at all, probably should. Execution of the Wicked, that is another deed. I don't know if it comes under Bree-Land, it does. Yeah, we need to go and basically every burrow will have a enemy you need to kill, like a boss type enemy. I think there's like a giant Barghest and something, and a big spider and a few other things. That is something we will leave for after the Slay Deeds, because they are not affected by the Slay Deeds that we, or the Slayer Accelerator or anything like that. They are purely, here's an enemy, kill it. So I don't want to be wasting our time that we have, our somewhat limited time, with doing those. Right, where are we at with these? Empty of the Dead, I want to take that off because I'm going to keep looking at it and it's going to really mess me up. Yeah, Barghest is probably going to be one. I thought there would be more in here, but I guess there's only the sort of 1 and 2 at the beginning sort of thing. Oh, Traveler's Steelbound loot box. What a surprise that I haven't got one of those yet. So I guess this is our first set of Slayer things, so we actually haven't done that much killing in this episode. Take that off as well, I think. So where are we at? 32 out of 60. So what else are we doing? Gravedigger and Nemesis of the Fallen. I think those are single ones. There's no like advanced, I think. I could be wrong. Most likely am. But it might be a 5100. Luckily it is a Slay Deed, so it is actually affected by our things. So that is fine. We'll find out now, won't we? Well, not quite now, but in a second. We need to find a Barrow Spirit. Or a Barrow Warden. Like this guy. Let's find out. When I have the power for it. Okay, there is an advanced one. Tiny bit annoying. So our first hour, I feel like, is going to just be here. So we have to kill 50 more of these, so it's going to be a couple loops. But it's definitely going to get us all the rep we need. We don't get rep for killing, obviously, but we do get rep from all the Barrow treasures and stuff. Do we have any power potions? I think we should get some of those on. How many is it for the... I hate these guys so much because they just disappear and it's like, oh, that's real nice of you. Can you just not? Thank you. Right. No, you're supposed to die with your friend. Wrong way. Right. Any more? Any more for any more? Yeah, these guys disappear, those guys stir up on you. I'm not sure which I dislike more. Yeah, that's the one I'm on about. Drains 48 power over 3 seconds. It's like horrible. Please, please. Just please. Please. Thank you. Alright. Come on. So close. We're so very close. 52 out of 60. But we're going to have to be here for a little while longer, obviously, because of the slightly annoying Nemesis of the Fallen Gravedigger. But I said I was going to do every deed, so that's what we have to do. Even as a little bit annoying as it is. We've got, you know, quite a lot of accelerator time, so it's not a huge issue. It's just a little annoying. Yeah, look at it. It drains 78 power every 2 seconds for like 30 seconds. It's horrible. Actually horrible. You can somewhat see from this as well the sort of difference in, you know, you've got the Barrow spirits and the Barrow wardens. You can kind of see the difference in sort of how many there are of each a little bit. Obviously it's completely just random depending on the spawning. Except these are always Barrow spirits, and as far as I'm aware, these are always Barrow wardens with a Barghest, and same with these guys. I think is 1 and 3. I think that's always the way it is. So yeah, there is only one Barghest in this entire area, which I thought there was more. It's just a little annoying, but it's fine. But the good thing about this is we need to catch up with the Barrow spirits, so this will give us a chance. Please don't. Come on. Please be nice. Play nice. Good. Thank you. More Barrow spirits. This should put us up to 24, so we are very, very close, keeping them together at least, which is good. Very good to know. Perfect. There we are. What are we on Coddo and Trinkets? 13 and 71, and 2 and 5 for the Madam stuff, which is obviously the Shire reputation. You kind of get it from everywhere, just even later game areas I think give you some Madams just because they can, I guess. So they're always something you just kind of keep obtaining. So it's one of those ones where if you're not max rep with the Shire, you're probably doing something wrong. Like later in the game. Because you just come across them everywhere. Alright, put that back down. As you see, I'm really not struggling with health at all, really, even with the dread and stuff. It's just purely power, which is slowing me down. It's just those annoying stat, things and these squares that they drop, just giving me minus 78 every 3 seconds for 30 seconds. And there's not really sort of, especially if we were on level, there's not really a waiting area where you just sort of go without being attacked and stuff. Except in the areas you've already completed, basically. I think even with some high-level characters I've had power issues. It's one of those things, maybe even respec a little bit, just so I have the right stuff. Speaking of respecing, we have 4 available points, and we should probably put those somewhere. These are probably all completely wrong, but I'm just going to do that. Because I can. Gives us more damage in, what was it? Raging Blade, which should be this one. Yeah, which is my 8 skill. Should be 8, yep. I think it's 8, yep. And then we've also got this, which means our further skills cost 1 less pip. Or AoE skills cost 1 less pip. Which is good, because you put that on, because you have to have at least 5 further, so you put that on to get all 5 further, and then, so you do this, and then you do that, and then you do this, and then you just kind of save yourself a little bit. Obviously with less waiting around, because enemies aren't going to attack you, sort of thing. But you know how it is. Halfway there. Pretty much halfway there. Just under. You don't count towards anything. I really could do with just not killing these guys. They don't even count towards Enmity of the Dead, but, you know, it's whatever. Having them in packs like this, where it's one of each, is really nice, though, because you can kind of make sure that you're on track with what you're doing. So at the end, when we'll probably complete Barrow-downs first, then we'll just focus on Barrow spirits only for just the last little bit. Really? Come on. Just hit me over the top of the head with a bit of wood. Thanks for that. Real nice. There we are. Yeah, so we're actually relatively close. I thought we would always come out closer or come out further with the wardens, but I guess that starting area where it's like 5, 6 Barrow spirits kind of helps out with that whole thing. One of the slightly annoying things is not being able to just aggro everything in the room. If you are like obviously closer and on level, you can just sort of, you know, just aggro everything, just run past it and it'll aggro to you. Whereas with this we kind of don't get that advantage. There is a skill, I can't remember which one it is though. It's one of these, I think. Is it? I think this one later on maybe. I think that might be it later on. I know it's for champion and it aggroes whatever. I know there's this one obviously. Oh no, that's the one I'm thinking of. It was the reflect one that I'm thinking of. Right, really? The annoying thing is when you run out of power and this happens. You just kind of have to wait. I think that's based on running out of power, because it always happens when I'm basically run out of power and have one of those effects on me, so I'm gonna guess that's what it's based on. Like, obviously I know it's you're incapacitated, but I think the cause of that is the thing. Oh, you guys are just nicely stacked for me. How nice. And I can get rid of you, because that is not the deed I'm looking for today. Do you count? You don't count to anything either. Why am I here? He doesn't even drop anything amazingly well. At least I don't think he does. Barrow treasure and card island trinket. I was wrong. Dropped exactly what I needed. 60-60. Haha. See, we're on track. 20 more kills. 1 more loop. 1, maybe less than. And then we can leave this place and never return. Until we need more card island trinkets inevitably later on. But if that is the case, I am going to go to the auction hall first. Because no thank you. I really need this power, and it's really annoying me. I might have to put a Delman's Cram on and just get that increased thing. I've been meaning to, I need to get onto a cook. Because I still, yeah, I still haven't done any of that. I need a cook. And just to make me some good food. I'm going to ignore these guys now because I really don't need them, and I know that now. And they're also a bit of a pain because they always knock me out. Righty. Oh. Really? You're just going to... There we are. You guys really aren't paying too much attention. Like, these guys behind you are just dying again. And you're just not even paying attention, and you're just being a real wimp. It's one of those things, like, they're just... You insult them, tell them they're wimping out, and then they come out of it. What's more annoying is when, like, when you come back and you're, like, one-shotting everything. Or, like, two-shotting, like... But then you miss the first shot or something like that, you know, or you do an AoE and, you know, they get aggroed but don't get hit or something, and then they go invisible, and it just slows you down so much. It's just one of those annoying things. Just stood there with them, knowing they're gonna die very, very soon, but because of that, they don't want to actually, you know, come out of their invisibility, basically. Right, where are we on? 20 more kills, no, 10 more kills for the Barrow Spirits, and then 12 more kills for the Barrow-Wardens. So we've got these extra ones here. So we'll do the quick run up this wall, and then that should be us done. Then Barghests, what we'll probably do is, yeah, do a run down to the trees, do the tree kills, and then we'll do Barghests, like walking all the way back up. I think that's probably the best way to do it. And then Midgewater Marshes. And we're good. Well, then Orcs, and then we've got to come back here at some point, and I've got to find out exactly which ones we've got to go in and kill. Though I should be able to work that out on the map. Because not only can I just look at the name of the barrow, but from the deed, that is, I can just put on the mall map and get it done from there. You guys really need to pay more attention. There we are. Also, I need to repair what is it? Just that. 7 out of 35. Okay. I like the Barghest because they seem to give me just a lot. I feel like, yeah, Howling Barrow Hound, and it's just all this stuff. I've already done that, haven't I? Yes. Okay. Right, so 4 more Barrow-Wardens, a couple more Barrow Spirits. So what? 5 more now. Then again out of here. So we'll pass this room. I think we're good. Just have to not worry about the Gaunt Lords. Nemesis of the Fallen, and then 2 more Barrow-Wardens. Are you a Warden? Yes, you are. Good. So kill you, and then this one, and then finally we're done with this area. Of course you had to aggro alongside him, didn't you? And you're probably going to go invisible. Nope, okay, thank you. Thank you very nicely for that. And we got some Barrow Bree. Okay, Barrow Bree is a bit of a pain because if you look at it, 540 shadow damage initially, and then 540 shadow damage every 2 seconds for 1,200 seconds. So that is 20 minutes of that, of pretty much, you know, constant damage. Now, bear in mind, we only have 4,152 morale, and if we look at our morale regen, it's only 623. No, sorry, 4,282 per minute. Bear in mind that's going to take us out in like 20 seconds, plus the initial damage. So to do that, really what you need is like, for Hunter, I had like a bonfire and then some like super powerful, some super powerful like potions and food and stuff, and I did it quite late level, I think. You do get the title as soon as you use it, but it will kill us. And we haven't died yet. At least as far as I can remember. I don't think we've died yet. Unless I'm magically forgetting that. I feel like that would stick out in my mind. So yeah, we haven't died yet. I don't want my first death to be Barrow-Bree. Actually, it might be quite funny, but our only death to be Barrow-Bree. I know when we get to Angmar, I think there's a sort of scripted death. I think it's at least a death. It might just be an incapacitated. But if that's our first death, then so be it. But I'd rather stay away from the Barrow-Bree for the moment. Maybe I'll chuck it in the vault and just leave it for a little bit. Or most likely what I'll do, it's a relatively common drop, I think. We'll just come back at a later time and get it. I think it's like, I can't remember what it is, the unwise maybe? It kind of makes a fool out of you for doing it. Because, I mean, you look at the Barrow-Bree and it tells you exactly what it's going to do. It doesn't say, yeah, it's Barrow-Bree, it's quite smelly and no doubt highly deadly. Only the unwise, yeah, so it is the unwise. Yeah, you know, you eat it for the title, you don't eat it for food. See, it's anti-food. It actually takes health from you. Right. We need to put our deed back on, actually. I just realised we haven't done that. We're actually quite far down. Further than I thought we were. But it's not night anymore. I think it was quite dark when we came here first, so let's take that off our screen finally. How many do we need to do? We've got 2 more than we've got. So 12 more? Yeah. Let's loot this corpse as well, I'm at it. Not to be taken out of context, that. It's fine. There we are. Like some stuff we'll be able to acquire, like the dry branches and stuff. Oh no, maybe what? The rushlight candles and stuff, but the other stuff isn't a huge issue. I do like the fact that my inventory is just basically a crafter's dream, at least low-level crafting. So far we have, I think, every ingredient for low-level crafting that you can at least acquire from chests and drops. There's another one. And you should be one as well. Any further over to the left? No. We'll do a loop around and then kill some barghests if we need to. If we need to wait for a little bit, there's probably quite a few around. I don't like that buzzing. It's not a nice sound. I was worried it was just going to go on forever because it felt like it was taking a little bit too much time after the death of that enemy. Any more? You're an angry bear, you're that. I think we're just a little bit too fast for it. I think there's a few more down here. I don't know if we actually killed them or not. The annoying thing is, like, the actual trees, you'll be able to get them and you'll have the distance imposters, but I don't think you'll have to wait for the trees to fade in, which can help identify them very easily, if it wasn't very easy already. But makes it a little bit of a pain. We've got 2 here so far, which is fine. That puts us up to 5 remaining. And hopefully by the time we're done with these, we can go jump down there, kill those, and then just carry on as we need to for... Oh, there's another one up there. Yeah, carry on as we need for barghests, and then hopefully run over to Midgewater Marshes with not much delay. I kind of hope there's a little bit of a delay, but at the same time I don't. I don't want to put on a deed accelerator for an hour just for the sake of killing one enemy sort of thing. So I might go back and get the 30-minute one, or I think in my vault I have the box for it. Yeah, it's definitely not in my inventory, so it's probably in my vault. We might get the 30-minute one that comes out the level 10 box and just transfer that over. Either that or I'm going to go through the effort of leveling up a character to level 10 just for it. But we'll see how how close we are to the end. Like, we might even just, you know, do whatever. Alright, let's get this one then. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. 0 more. Alright, final one. Bar guests. And that's us done. For now, in this area. Finally, time to get out of here. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of walking. And we're gonna have a lot of Barrow whites as well. I feel like now I've dismounted, I'm just going to have no enemies, which is a little annoying. Right, I want to put this back up and just have a look at the, well, I don't think it will show, but where is it? North. Okay. So that's the annoying thing, it's got like those ones, but then it's also got, so we can see like the barrows we have to do, but it's just got generally you should do the trees, the barcasts, the spiders, and the whites here. Yeah, thanks for that. I didn't know that. Well, I probably wouldn't have actually if I didn't use the maps. At least the tree one. Luckily there's quite a few of these around, but, you know, still a bit of a pain having to run around for all of them. I thought there were a few more in that barrow, but it's fine, not a huge deal. Alright. Hopefully that rat doesn't attack us. No, we're good. Alright. Alright. Luckily, it's not too much. We are on an odd number, so it's a little bit of a pain there, but that will reset after this one kill. We'll go through here. Hopefully it's mostly barghest around this area. And there's also the one near the entrance to the Barrow-downs. So how long have we got? We got 18 minutes. Okay. 18 minutes. I think that's going to be fine enough. I think what we'll probably end up doing is we won't probably end up finishing Midgewater Marshes by that time, and this, and get there, and then also have to travel up to the thing. So we'll probably have to use the hour one, and then we'll just deal with that fact and have that hour one on. I've got the 2 or 3 extra after that. That means we bought 5, we'll only use 2. That means we have those remaining. Overall, profit-wise, you know, we'll have bought 2 just for this, technically. The reason I bought 5 is because, well, it's cheaper as a bundle. It was, you know, 100 each, 450 for 5. So, you know, you save that 50 extra LOTRO points. But if we equate them to 100 apiece, then that is 200 that we spent on it, and more than 200 we should have made back. Obviously not in this one session, because a lot of that comes from the deeding for the quests and stuff, so that's already been done. That's already part of our balance, basically. So not really something we're adding to. That was part of our money we've already spent, or points we've already spent. We're also going to have a ton of medium hides by the end of this. That'll be good. Obviously heavy armor is our main thing, but medium armor can sometimes be useful as even just a you know, placeholder for the moment if we haven't got the materials yet. It's a lot easier for us just by default to be getting the hides for medium armor than it is to go out of our way to get the stuff for heavy armor, just because most enemies that we're going to have to kill for our quests are going to drop those items. Whereas with ores, you know, to get heavy armor and stuff and ingots and stuff, you have to go out of your way to the nodes to catch them, or collect them rather. So it's a bit more involved to actually do it. Right, so 16 to go. So 15, halfway there, halfway finished basically. And what time are we on? 15 minutes or so. So that is actually, we're making decent time. Especially considering the sort of almost unexpected extra 2 deeds that we have to do. Okay. Any more? Obviously if we were hunter, this would be sort of a little easier. Like, it's not difficult by any means, but in a situation where we're searching for one specific type of enemy compared to having a bunch, like we're searching for barcasts, there's a lot of whites around. Yeah, we could use our tracking skills, but it's actually relatively fine. What we might do when the hour breaks on this one in 15 or so minutes, what I might just quickly do is run back to Bree, because we'll probably be in Midgewater by then. It's not a very far distance, or even if we go to Staddle, just because I want to do my armor. My armor needs redoing, or not redoing, but repairing, so probably needs redoing as well. I mean, what level are these? 35. Eh, not bad. Right. There's a few. Perfect. 44. So 16. 8 to go. Perfect. And I think this is the better area for them. Like, there's quite a few around the entrance to the actual barrows. We're still in the southern Barrow-downs, so if we really want to, it's probably actually better for us to start making our way north. Actually, is it? We're going to be going down Deadman's Perch, aren't we? So that's only there, and we shouldn't really see any on the way. So I think we'll kill what's here for the mo, because that's one more after this. I think it's actually one that is up on that road, or I could just kill this one. I was going to say there's one up on the pathway, I think, that we could sort of do, but there we are. Barghest Slayer. Done. Now, Execution of the Wicked, that's something later again. We're going to do Nikabrika and that. Luckily with Nikabrika, well, it's a little annoying. Nikabrikas are more common than Sickleflies, from my experience, but we've got to kill more of them. Like, that's a 2040, it's a 3060. We're obviously already further ahead with Nikabrika. We should actually have to basically kill the same amount of both. These are more common, but you have to kill more obviously, but I'm already further ahead, so it's going to be a little annoying. But let's say we're starting at 0, well, starting at advanced for this and 0 for this. It's 30 both sides, so with the whole thing. So yeah, the entire Sicklefly Slayer is worth the Nikabrika Slayer, which is a little funny. Orc Slayer, annoyingly, we're only on the first sort of first tier, the regular tier, so we're going to be spending a little bit of time with that. But not a huge problem. Let's actually not worry about the ones that are here. We're going to go to the entire area that's basically their entire home in focus. What else is supposedly here in, I guess maybe spiders? There's supposed to be three different things you kill. Maybe actually this will make more sense if I go in here. Oh, there's a few brigands in there, isn't there? I'm pretty sure. But obviously we've done that already. Finished, focused on that. So that is not something that is our concern for now. We just need to carry on directly east for 10 minutes. Well, hopefully not for 10 minutes. Actually, if we get there in it's 10 minutes, it's not a huge deal. We'll just use the one we've got and then do whatever with it. In fact, what we can actually do now whilst we are here, we can do all of these just to use them up. And then those. Now, where are we rep-wise? Only just under halfway, so we might need to buy a few then, or just go back a little later and get some more kills. Probably could have done with a rep accelerator, but I don't have any of those handy, so tough, basically. I don't really mind going back and having to kill a few enemies extra. It's going to be a little annoying though, because we're going to basically be wasting a day's worth of VIP bonus XP. I've just realised that, because these guys are all grayed out, so we're not going to be gaining any XP. We're not doing any quests, so we're not gaining even a smidge of XP from that. If I went for the Hobbit gifts, I could probably have done a second episode today. But no. I guess it's just something we'll have to deal with then, won't it? I wish you could kind of store it, but then you could probably just not play for like a month or so. And just, you know, have tons left. Just to boost you. Or you just like get to max level, wait, you know, it accumulates, and then you wait for an expansion with higher levels, and then suddenly you just have all these quests to give in. You just basically boost yourself to max. I think that's what some people do. They have a lot of like end level quests to get in, a bunch of accelerators. They release day, they patch, and then they just go straight into it in big groups and level up. I can't remember what it was, like how many hours it took for someone to go straight to 50 from the release of this, but I think it was relatively quickly. I think it might have been in the first day. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I guess spiders are a good one here as well, you can kill. Or is this middle area? Oh wait, it's not brigands I'm thinking of, it's little orcs. So yeah, it probably is spiders, this is the third one. It's the little goblins, that's it. Yeah, you got all these brood watchers and stuff. And these swarms, which are another annoying type of enemy. Come on, there we are. And we can actually take these dudes off. Not really something to worry about. We might look up the madams as well, just get that done with, you know, since they're in such high abundance. Probably get them for pretty cheap. I don't actually know how much gold we have. 24 gold. It's not amazing, but we've been progressing quite slowly recently, so it's one of those things. We've been taking our time. I don't really want to rush. It's kind of the whole point of this server, isn't it? So I'm not worrying too much about getting to like Moria right now. This is what I mean by there's a lot of a lot more Nika Breakers and Sickle Flies. We're gonna have to do a sort of run around with a horse later. Try not dismount and then just kill a bunch. If we can find them. I don't really think there's anywhere else massively or at all on the map that actually is Sickle Flies. Actually don't know. Let me have a quick look. No, actually looks like this is the only place Sickle Flies are in a high enough abundance that they're worth farming like we are doing. There's probably like a few somewhere else. I know there's like one near Bree, but that's obviously not somewhere you stay and farm. I mean, if you really wanted to be AFK, you could sort of just stay there, kill, you know, 40 of them just regularly, but it's not really my cup of tea, that whole thing. Alright, let's get on our horse, have a little run around. How many more Nika Breakers do we need? We need 5 more. 5 more of them, and a whole lot more of the Sickle Flies. So that actually might be what uses up the remainder of our time, the whole 5 minutes that we have. What else did we do? What did we pick up? Oh, just pending items. Okay. So 1, and then a second one after this, and then that's us done with that. And then just purely Sickle Flies City to focus on. Here we are. Final one. How do you feel? Dead, hopefully. Right. Sickle Fly. Perfect. Always tends to be the way. You never see any for ages, and you go to get on your horse, and then suddenly a bunch, and then you find one, you find a bunch of others. I think now that I'm actually on the lookout for them only, I'm going to see a few now. Relatively close together. It's just the annoyance of the draw distance. So now 20 to go. So we are going to be here a little while, probably longer than the 5 minutes. What we'll do is, against what I said earlier, I'll just put on the next hour one. We'll kill the Sickle Flies that we need, the 20 remaining. Then with that still on, we can just go to Bree and do whatever we need to do in Bree, because that won't take long. And then we can just, you know, use the remainder on the orcs. And then if I somehow use up an hour killing orcs, then we'll just have to kill them regularly instead of using another hour for like 5 orcs. See, now, this is what I mean. Now we're just going to find tons. Because they don't want to give me a chance to get on my horse. And now that I mention it, I won't find any. Oh, really? I don't think they tend to be in the bottom half of the map. So, I generally stay around the top half here. Just because actually what I'm going to do quickly is just do that so we can see the remaining time. I don't know if there are any in there. I don't know if they can spawn in there or not. I'll have to quickly check. Oh. See what I mean? This is exactly what I mean. Right. And then when I don't go on my horse, I don't see any. Oh, I do. There's one right behind me. You could chalk it down to the fact that when I'm on my horse, you know, I travel quicker, so I'm seeing them quicker than I otherwise would have. But it's always when I just get on the horse, not when I've really gone that far. Where are we at? 22 out of 40. And you know what? If the luck stays up, we've got 2 minutes. You never know. We can actually get very, very close. We might not even have to use the Slayer Accelerator and just have to kill like 2. And then we might have to just use the hour for for the orcs, purely. Which I really don't want to do. But I'm not sure if I want to go and farm, you know, a couple characters to level 10 or something for half an hour one. What I might do is, when I gotta go redo my stuff, I'll just go get my 30-minute one from the vault or something. Or just, yeah, make a character quickly to level 10. Shouldn't take long with the Bjorning. And then we can just quickly run that, get to level 10, and then just have the 30-minute one and not have to worry too much because, yeah, we've got 1 minute 8 seconds and I have at least 4 here. And all I gotta do is, in a minute, find 1. So, or if it's over a minute, find 2. Could you imagine if we find 1 and just don't kill it in time? Oh, there's one right there. We've still got to kill it in time though. 40 seconds. There we are. Okay. Back to Bree we go. We're just going to quickly run this way straight back to Bree. Going to quickly grab that 30-minute one because, as I said, I don't really want to use the hour one for a one deed. It's just really not worth it in my head. Also means we can put down the cost of this episode from 200 to 100. We've literally halved the cost. Even though we spent 450, those are obviously going to get used in later episodes. Because that's just how that works. It's not like they have a use by date on them. And yeah, I think we'll be good. And technically, you know, if we want to be true to it, you know, it's not... Yes, I'm spending about a couple, like, maybe 15 minutes of my time trying to get this thing, but it's going to save me more time from killing enemies and having to wait and all that jazz. So, you know, let's just do it this way. I'll go this way because then I can just go straight into that vault, even if I don't really want to do it. I don't really like this vault. I prefer the one over that side, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I can also sell off my junk and get that done. So what I'll do is I might as well stop here. I'll get all that sorted, get that character made, finished, sorted, etc. And I'll be right back with you. I'll just make my way up to there and we'll start again up by where the orcs are. And then what we gotta do after that? Orc Slayer, and we gotta do Execution of the Wicked. And I'm gonna find the rest of the deeds as well, if there are any. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that took a little longer than I had expected. A combination of both. I kind of messed up in the first bit, and also just generally having less, you know, experience gain means that you're going to take longer to level up to level 10. But in doing so, we have obtained ourselves a 30-minute slated accelerator for pretty much nothing, like cost-wise. It just took a little bit of time. It could be done quicker. It can be done a lot quicker if you have a second account, but whilst I may have that on, you know, the main servers, Arkenstone and such, I'm not really a fan of paying VIP twice just to have a character allow me to level up a little bit quicker every so often. So I decided not to do that. Just won't like that normally, but if you have a guy who's like level 100 and can help you out, then that's obviously gonna speed you up a lot. So we have that ready for us. We have both the orcs, obviously, we need to defeat now, which should be very close to us. And also then we have, I don't know why I put that one on. I meant to put on Execution of the Wicked. That is our next thing after that. So I've got, obviously, one of them defeated. We know which barrow that was from, so we know where not to go. And I've got the map up on my other screen. I thought it was easier doing it that way with just the remaining for the Execution of the Wicked. So let's dismount, let's put this on, and then let us get started with everything. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. There is a little cave here, so we can sort of help out with that. We've also apparently got a quest, I guess. Some quests. That's nice. I guess we'll most likely complete those because it looks like defeat... Oh, I guess Dirty Work quests. No, they don't. I was going to say Dirty Work quests seem to have Slayer de-accelerated work on it, but it doesn't. We'll complete both of those easily if it's just you get stuff from defeating these orcs. So if we really wanted to, just to gain a little bit of XP today, at the very least, we can just go and you know, give those in. At least then we've got something out today, rather than just only LOTRO points and stuff. I did look up on the wiki as well. This is the only 2 remainer deeds for the area other than reputation, which is going to take a little bit, but I will possibly just buy some of those. I should have marks, shouldn't I? 970. I don't know how many that will buy me. I'm going to have to work it out. How much I need. I think with the earlier level stuff it's cheaper, so maybe that'll work. If not, you maybe just have to buy it off the auction hall or whatever. But that should take too long to get. So do you count? Yes, you do. And also I have a quest to defeat you anyway, so let's complete a bunch of quests today, shall we? There we are. So we'll go up here. There's a bunch in these areas anyway, and the surrounding. So yeah, those are the last 2 deeds. We can complete those. Reputation is the only one left, but I did look up, minus the reputation, the total LOTRO points you do get out of this is 255. So even if we did use the 2 accelerators, we're still making a technical profit from this whole thing. So I think we're good in that regard. But yeah, everything should be alright. And we've only got, well, we've actually completed all those quests. We have one more, which is talk to Farmer Maggot at Banfurlong. That's actually in the Shire, I think, Banfurlong. Or at least very close to it. Yeah, Banfurlong's like there, I think. So it's only across the river. In fact, why don't we put that quest on and then we can have a look, shall we? Yeah, so only, yeah, it's right there. So not really something we have to worry about too much. We might pick up these supply crates as well. I made sure to sell my stuff when I went to the vault. So that was the thing that I did. So we have the inventory space to now pick up these. So we get some ores and stuff that we can use occasionally, which is always a good thing. I really need to find like a low level place with a bunch of chests in it. There is some higher level places that should not, yeah, they won't be out yet on the legendary server by quite a long while, I think. But yeah, those guys will be very useful later on, and they are quite useful for, you know, getting quite some Anorian level stuff. But if we can find something like that in this area, that'll be quite nice, just so we can, it actually like lowers the amount of like mining we have to do and anything like that, and woodworking. I mean, we're on woodworking, prospector and weaponsmith. It'll allow us just to pick up pretty much everything we need to pick up really quickly, because it's just one loot pool that it you know, feeds off of basically. So yeah, even if we could have gotten like a 10-minute Slayer accelerator, it would probably have been worth just doing that, because what, this is like 5 minutes in, we barely used this, you know, 4 minutes of that used, and we're pretty much almost done. If there's nothing respawned by the time I get down here, I'll just go in the cave and get that done. But we'll just quickly see. One of the slight annoying things is while you can obviously do trivial quests on the minimap, you can't do trivial enemies. I think that'd be quite nice if you can maybe have, you know, a different color, you know, different color like red dot, like a darker dot or a lighter, yeah, lighter red dot for like enemies that, you know, grayed out and stuff. Or you could have a grey dot, but I feel like it would blend in a little too much maybe, or you'd be less noticeable. But just like you can have for trivial quests. For stuff like this, it'd be quite nice to have, yeah, trivial enemies. So this should be our last guy though. There we are. Bunch of everything. You know, we get rep and stuff like that. Marks, quite a lot of marks. So if we have to spend any on you know, on the Cardona and trinkets and stuff, that'll be really, really useful. Some motes of enchantment, which isn't really too useful to us right now, and 10 LOTRO points. So yeah, we should have now Deeds of Eriador. Yep, there we are. Nice purple one, because obviously it's all the way down to like, well, it's not in level order. What's the Irigian's probably the last one, or Forahel? I think it's Irigian, because we're doing Forahel next on 450. No, not 450, sorry, 550. I think it's the next area. And then Irigian after that. So that's obviously just Eriador, not anything else. So we can take that off, go back to Eriador. We should actually see, yeah. So we've just done Angmar, then we'll do Origian, Foreshell, Origian, Endwaith, and Dunland. But now, back to here we go. Now, if we bring up the mall map, actually, we should be able to see a little bit easier. So we've got Broodhunter. Is that a deed? Oh, is that? Please don't tell me that's another deed we've got. Oh, it might be. Or is Broodhunter one we've already done? No, we've done Spider Slayer. Ooh, we might have another Slayer deed on our hands. That might be a problem. Hopefully it doesn't take massively long, but looking at like the way the Barrow-downs are, they're most likely like a 50-100. I mean, we've got the half an hour, hopefully it's not a huge issue, but we'll probably go there first, especially since it's the first area we'll see. And then we've got Execution of the Wicked, Execution of the Wicked, Execution of the Wicked, and Execution of the Wicked. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then, yeah. So yeah, Broodhunter seems to be its own Slayer deed, which is a little frustrating. It's a little annoying they don't sort of show up underneath like Slayer of Bree-Land sort of things, but we have all this time. If we cannot do it in 20 minutes, then we'll just have to deal with it. Oh yeah, we got a Tome of Extraordinary Experience. I don't know how we got that. Did we just get it generally? I assume we did. Luckily we still also have the out of combat run boost for 15 more minutes, give or take. So this episode actually has taken quite a decent amount of time, let's be honest. I don't know if we're chalking that up to, you know, what would I say, like the lower levelness, or like due to, right, actually if we go in here, Taradan, this should be the one that has Barrow spiders. Yep. Broodhunter. Okay, so this is actually going to be really easy. We'll probably just have to do maybe 1 or 2 runs of this, but we've got to come through here anyway for the Execution of the Wicked, so we'll focus on this now, because obviously Execution of the Wicked doesn't require a Slayer Deed Accelerator or anything of the sort, and then we can just run past the other Barrow Wights. Though to be fair, we're very, very close to Enmity of the Dead 3, so it might be worth doing that. We've got 10 more kills to go on that, so we might as well, plus Cardinal and Trinket drops are always nice. Get that extra rep while we can. And we'll probably just kill a couple enemies while we're going through and yeah, kill a couple of enemies while we're going through for the other ones and just get a few there. Luckily this isn't a 50-100 because it would have been a bit of a pain otherwise. And then we've also got to find out where they are anyway. Creeping hands don't count for anything, so we can ignore them completely. Not something we have to care about too much. Yeah, it's in one of these rooms, I think, because I think there's a spider, there's a barghest, there's obviously one of the wights, and maybe something else I can't quite remember. There we are. Up this way, creeping hand, barrow spider. This will be our last one for this deed. Then we've got the advanced obviously to come. There we are. This I think just looped around to where we were. So one more barrow spider. Oh, there's continuing path, that's fine. I don't know if these would have counted towards... I'm going to guess they would count towards regular Spider Slayer, since that's why it was suggesting it on the map as a generally thing. So that's you done. Still need to come through and kill a bunch of these. So I think the creeping hands probably take up spawning spaces, so let us just take care of those. I don't know if there's any other barrows with a spider in it, which is a little bit annoying. We might just have to come back later. Or we might be lucky enough where they start to spawn as we leave. That tends to happen a lot. Yeah, it seems to be possibly. Either that or I just ignored these guys when I first came through. Because I don't seem to remember these guys. Okay, no. We've got a little bit of time. 20 minutes, so let's lag out for a bit, but let's just have a bit of time to work on the others. The execution of the Wiccan stuff shouldn't take that long, I wouldn't have thought. We've got to go down to this one. What is it? We can actually have a look on the more map. So this one down here, that one down there, that one down there, and I think there's one in the southern, but we've already done that one. Is it? Which other one? Execution of Wicked, done that one already. There is one more there though, so we do need to watch out. It's really confusing because it's 5 on here, but it's 3 on the other map, so it's kind of messing with me. Anyway, no more time to waste. I was about to say ring door, I think is the one that's a little bit annoying if you're on level to go through, but since nothing should aggro us, we're going to be super easily going through here. Because these guys, and these guys, I think it's just directly ahead. Down there is a different thing, but I'm pretty sure just going down here is where we get. So ring door was Omnen. That is one of the spirits, I think. I want to say. Right here. Yep. Super easy. It's kind of nice with these because you get like the shards out of them, which can be useful somewhat earlier with sort of crafting stuff. So that's two-handed, that's definitely not worth it. If it was a one-handed item, probably better. Well, I think it is better. No, it's not, but it's very, very close. It's one of the reasons we went to weaponsmith is because we really want to keep on top of our weapons, and we're more swords than we are bows compared to the hunter, where I would. Well, I think I went weaponsmith, but I should have gone woodworker. Or I think I went for both. Right. I'm thinking, should we just work our way, like go to southern first? We've got 3 more to go, which means I've got 1 in the southern Barrow-downs. I don't have to go that far. So do I go, because what, I need to go here, then here, then here. And then I can go there and then back to Barrow-down. I think I'll do that. I think that one there is the Barghest one, because I think it was one that I found quite difficult when I first went to do it. But again, I think it was on level for that time, so enemies were attacking me like directly. So it's not like I can just go focus on one enemy and then be done with it. It's just kind of a bit more difficult than that. And also I went completely the wrong side because I need to go over to the right. The Great Barrow is there, wrong one. Like, that's a location deed or an exploration deed, not part of this execution of the wicked thing. I've also got to work out if there's going to be enough spiders, actually. Because if we've done what would have been 44, that means we've done, so that means 22 we've done. Well, why don't we just do 44? 44 plus 14. That'll be 58, so we'll have to wait around for 1 extra spider, I think. And annoyingly, it has to specifically be in that that thing. Where are you? Are you? No, you're not. Can't be doing this. Can't be wasting time today. I mean, if I have to kill a spider, like 1 spider with 1 thing, then it's not a huge issue, but I'm going to guess it's left then. Either that or he's the one that like roams around. Nope, he's here. There we are. Now I've got to deal with you 2. Again, Enmity of the Dead is probably worth it, just for the sake of these. Now, annoyingly, they don't count towards Enmity of the Dead. So it's gonna take a little while if we have a lot of Barrow spirits around, but there's a couple in here. It's probably worth even bringing that on the tracker. I know I said earlier I would take it off because of distractions, but and then we'll probably worth putting that up there so we don't have to keep looking. So 4 more kills. So 1, 2, and there's going to be 3rd, and then there's probably at least 1 in Barrow-down. If there isn't, then we just have to come over and kill 2 enemies somewhere. Are you the same one I just went for? No, you must be a new one. Alright, 1 more. And that's us out of there. So, Southern Barrow-downs done. 1 more white to kill. In fact, we could probably find one right here. Let's do it. Done. Enmity of the Dead, 3 done. I think there's more. There might be another level, but I think they unlock as you level up, so not something that we can have right now, but that gives us another trait. Actually, that might be the only 3, because it's not like they give you LOTRO points or anything. They give what they do, but it's not like that's purely what they give you, or virtues or anything. It's traits, so that's man sword damage bonus, so could be useful for us. I'll have to look into that. I need to look into the virtues that I need to be going into as well, because it's something that I'm not really the most knowledgeable about, I'll be honest. So, especially for a class I don't play that often. Like, I kind of know what a hunter's looking for, but for something like this, it's something I'm less aware of. So this should be the Barghest one, I think, and then 1 more, and then Barrow-down. So if I remember correctly, there should be a Barghest sort of walking around the area in sort of a circle or a loop, which I think starts from here. There you are. And it's obviously a very good idea to try and catch him when you start. This guy is one of the hardest, I think, because he's 8,200. I don't think the rest have been anywhere near that. Not that I've been particularly paying attention. I might actually struggle a little bit with this. Just going to use everything I can. Give some of the skills I never use a bit of love. There we are. And a Cardolan trinket. How nice of you. How many do we get of those? Or is that impending? No, it's not impending. 11. I tend to like to hold on to them because if I use them now, then my inventory space is going to get filled up with something, possibly a Barrow Bree or something. So I think I'll hold on to them for now. We have 1 more thing to go to, which is this one directly ahead of us. And then with that, we have 10 minutes left to kill 46 to 23. And that should be pretty easy. And I was about to say I have no idea what this one is, but this one is one of the easiest, because you just have this guy, and I can probably shoot him from here. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Hey, easy peasy. Execution of the Wicked, done, completed, more reputation, and we got a title. Pretty nice one, Execution of the Wicked. And it keeps us very, very close, relatively, to Barrow-down, so we can just go straight back into there with our 10 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and get started. And this, my favourite quest of all time. Actually, that's a lie. I have some quests which are much more my favourite. Okay, so this is it now. This is the finale. If I had 1 more, I would have killed you. I have no need to do so. It looks like they're either I was just lucky that they were the same, or they seem to be always like the same one, which is going to be a little bit of a problem because we need 1 extra than we killed the first time we were here. It'd be quite cruel if they made it specifically so that it was 1 too little if you were to do this twice as a run. That's why I like places in the Shire like Scary and stuff, because they have like secret spiders. So if you don't know them, you can take a while, but if you know where they are, you're gonna go a lot quicker. Top of that, you have to go through into the cave. But also, again, this shouldn't take very, very long to do. We're going to have time to wait for one. If it runs out by then we're just going to have to kill 2. And then it's not a huge deal. This actually gives us a chance to just look at XP. Yeah, you're 1,620, whereas that Barghest was 8,010, I think. So definitely much more. Do we get a... I didn't check. We do not get a black steel key for that. I thought you would. In other ones, you get a black steel key for like completing all the deeds. Or is it? No, I thought I bought a black steel key. I think that was it. When I was doing it. Yeah, I've got one more. See, this is really annoying. Because, yeah, I tend to get a lot of these, so I should probably get one of those. And I know it's going to be more than... Actually, that's the point. How much is a black steel key? Black... We got to wait anyway. Black steel key is 195. So we'll dip down to just under 10k. We just have to wait now for this first one to come back. Yeah, so we'll dip down a little bit. Actually, to be fair, we'll get 10 from here, so we'll be at 10,005. We'll have spent quite a lot today, but it's all worth it. And then we can hopefully get something good. Maybe get a key, not key, but get a like pet out of it. I'm quite lucky when it comes to getting the pets. This is our fun bit. Waiting for enemies to respawn. Let's kill you just for the sake of it. You know, maybe it'll go quicker. Gives us something to do. Maybe a Cardolin trinket's picked up and stuff. Oh, and we'll also get, yeah, reputation. So, might as well actually do that now. Barrow treasures. There we are. World renown. So that is us done. Perfect timing. This has now shown up. So this shall be our fight. Wait, what? Oh, it's a 60. I'm dumb. Okay, it's fine though, because the rest will start spawning back now. For some reason I thought it was a 50. I don't know. Why? Maybe that or I missed a bunch of spiders. Because I thought my math worked out. I thought I'd get to 56. I must have missed an area. It's not a huge deal. But apparently I can't read. I was so sure of myself that I didn't double check my work. And it's slowly starting to respawn. Problem is I'm killing them now quicker than I am, or did the first time. Two more. Any two for more? Oh, there's one, there's two, perfect. And there we are, Brood Hunter Advance completed. As far as I am now aware, that is every deed in Bree-Land completed. As far as I'm aware, there's no, yeah, no more. There's no like roving threats or anything. So we can get on our horse, leave safely out this area because we're right at the entrance. Head back to Bree, sell our stuff off, and yeah, be done with today. What I will do, I will more than likely just open up a steel-bound loot box. We are now up to 10,220. So with that, what we can do is just get one of these, and then just we'll still be over 10k. Again, not that I particularly care about my LOTRO point amount. And then that'll be us done, hopefully, with something good coming out of that, maybe even an item, or maybe something I just have to deconstruct with this thing. You never know. Whatever we get, it'll be nice, and then we'll probably put the Barrow Bree in the vault just for a little bit, as a reminder, just in case, for when we can actually use it. Alright, let's sell this off.
Hello there.
Anything we particularly need? I should probably keep these, yeah. All the crafting items and stuff. Should we keep the... I can easily get those, I think. It's half a gold. It's fine. You sure you want to sell these? Yes. Keeps telling me that, even though I'm pretty sure I do. Right. So, let's do that. We need a black steel key. Let's get a lockbox, visit the store. Let's buy 1, or is it worth buying 5? I'm not sure. No, let's just get 1. And let's end this off. Black steel key. We'll pick, which one? Pick that one. Don't like using the first one, it's a bit weird. And I'm going to close my inventory. I'm actually going to cover it up with my hand this time so I can actually see. And just covering up the bottom left-hand corner. And let us see what we get. Proceeding with unlock will consume your key. It will do. I don't know why, but, you know, key just disintegrates. I probably shouldn't have looked because, like, yeah, I probably should have shut my eyes because I didn't realize it would do that. Right, so we have Motes of Enchantment, a universal ingredient pack, which is nice, but I have a thing at my house where I can just get one of those. I don't on this server, actually, that's a good point. A hooded cloak of the wild hills. Oh, that's alright. And a moonstone gold stud of the Wayfarer. That's level 38 minimum. Luckily for us. 21 might, 26 vitality, 136 crit defense. Not really sure if it's worth it. I'll be honest, that wasn't great. We can deconstruct this though. I'll probably do that. You know, that's fine though. You know, it's not really... I'm not particularly going out my way to obtain it all. So yeah, we'll put the Barrow away. You know, we'll deal with all that stuff. I'll clean up my inventory and then I think we're back to Rivendell next. Am I right? Am I right? The High Fortress. Yeah. So we'll be getting onto that most likely. And yeah, unfortunately we didn't get a pet. I'll have to get pets at the end of these, but no matter. So that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.